And in 1854, he painted a portrait called Christ, the Light of the World. And in what he painted, there was Jesus there, as you picture with the beard, and he's holding a lantern, that's in his left hand, and he's knocking on a door like this. And this big bright lantern symbolizing Christ, the light of the world. So people thought it was a great painting. They put it in a museum for people to look at it. And as the people came up and they looked at the painting and studied it and appreciated it, they were impressed, and then they start to giggle and laugh and poke each other and point, and it happened all the time. The next group would come, they'd come up, they'd poke each other like this. So the artist would stand to the side, and they delighted in going up to him and saying, "It's a great painting, but the door has no doorknob or handle." And he said, "Oh, I know that, because we can only open to the light of Christ from the inside. There's only a handle on the inside of the door. Christ knocks, but we have to open the door ourselves and invite the light of Christ in." So he left the doorknob, the handle of the door, off the front of the door, and only put one on the inside, so that a symbol to us that we and every person individually makes the choice to open to the light of Christ, to bring Christ inside to their heart, to their mind, to their will, to their life, to invite the light of Christ in. So this was a great painting that told a good lesson. And people were laughing, saying, "This seems so silly that he should paint such a nice thing and leave off a handle," but he had a point to it. And it was a truth, a deep truth that he painted. We are called to invite Christ's life in. Only we, each individually, can do it for ourselves. And this is what we celebrate today in Lent. This is an invitation for us. Christ stands on this Ash Wednesday at the door knocking. We put a mark on our head where Christ knocks, the cross, saying, "Hey, let me in. Let me be closer to you. Let me be more a part of your life. Let me be your light to guide you in new ways." Jesus knocks at the door of our minds, knocks at the door of our hearts, and invites us to open the door on the inside and to let that light of Christ in. You know, when you're in your room at night and you're laying in bed and the light is off and you look, what do you see? Sometimes the only thing you can see is the light coming around the door, right? You see that light from the hallway. Well, that's what it's like for the inside of us. Sometimes we're in dark places where we're frightened or angry or confused or wanting to do good but having trouble making those good decisions for ourselves and other people. That's like being in the dark. We open the door and Christ comes in and brings light on all those situations and helps us from the inside out. So, today, we want to invite Christ into us. Now, all during these 40 days of Lent, and even Holy Week as we get close to Easter, we know that Christ is the light of the world. We want to continue to invite Jesus to be more and more light in our life. Our theme is Christ be our light. That's our prayer. And we notice we have a cross there, kind of the darkness of the ashes that we put in our head today, right? Dark ashes, lighter skin, we can see them. We see a little bit of yellow coming through, right? That light of Christ trying to get under the door, trying to get in, knocking, saying, "Open to me, open from the inside." And we see Christ be our light, being light. Now, all those lights and darknesses, the little shapes there, they all represent the spaces in our life, the places where we need to invite God in to be light in our lives. All the little places, like the places where we're having trouble making good choices, like to be kind and loving to people, right? That's a space. We have the other one, how do we speak to our parents and listen to them, right, for children? For big people, they're the same issues, just different characters, all right? We all have places in our life. So Lent is a time to say, hey, let me look at my thoughts and my feelings and my decisions. We look at them all and say, where do we need Christ's light to come in? Where can I say, okay, Lord, I see a little darkness here. Come and be my light, my strength, my love, my forgiveness, my desire to begin again. Whatever it is that we need, Christ brings his light, his warmth, his goodness, his peace. That's all symbolized by this light. And that journey begins today.